Hi there, my name is Chrissy, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to continue on with Game of Thrones. So we're finally getting into the third season of Game of Thrones, and I cannot wait to see how things escalate from here. We left off last season with the conclusion of the battle for the Iron Throne, still in the hands of the Lannisters. Stannis was beaten in the Battle of the Blackwater and has retreated back to Dragonstone after Tywin and those of House Tyrell showed up at the end to turn the tide. He is understandably angry at Melisandre and threatens her, but she insists that the Lord of Light is working through her and appears to show Stannis some sort of vision that ultimately restores his faith in her. After the battle, Tyrion is recovering from his wounds that he received by the sword of the Kingsguard, Sir Mandon Moore. But with the return of his father, Tywin, he has been relieved of his title as acting Hand of the King, much to Pycelle's delight. Varys also lets him know that Bronn has been relieved of his duties as the commander of the Goldcloaks. And the tribesmen that he had brought in earlier, they have also taken their plunder and they have left. So Tyrion is now basically powerless. Shay wanted him to leave with her back to Pentos, but Tyrion refuses this is his family and this is where he fits in here. As horrible as it can seem sometimes. So Tyrion has officially been named Hand of the King, and thanks to his dealings, Littlefinger has been given what he has wanted, Harrenhal. Loras asks Joffrey to take his sister Margaery, Renly's widow, as his queen to unite their houses, to which both Cersei and Pycelle, with a little bit of finagling with the laws, agree to. So that leaves Sansa to the side. Joffrey agrees to it, much to Sansa's delight at getting out of the marriage to him. But Littlefinger lets her know that even though she will not be wed to him, it doesn't mean that she will be free of Joffrey's torment. Though Littlefinger says that he will help her escape for the sake of Catelyn, Sansa says basically that King's Landing is her home now. Robb and Catelyn have words about his growing affection for Talisa, urging Robb to remember that he is vowed to wed the daughter of House Frey, or else the consequences could be very dire. However, he disagrees with what his mother has to say, and he privately marries Talisa under the cover of darkness. On Brienne's journey to take Jaime back to King's Landing, they come across the bodies of 3 women hanging, their crimes being that they had slept with Lannister men. The soldiers responsible, who are Stark soldiers, recognise Jaime for who he is and try to kill him, so it is up to Brienne to defend him, showing Jaime just how fierce a fighter she actually is. When Jaime tells her that she just killed Stark soldiers, Brienne makes it very clear that she is not loyal to House Stark. She is loyal to Catelyn Stark. In Winterfell, Theon is surrounded by an army sent by Bolton, led by his bastard son. Lewin tries to get Theon to retreat as he only has about 20 men at his defence, suggesting that he go to the wall and join the Night's Watch. He refuses and instead tries to rally his men. During his very rousing speech, they betray him, knock him out, put a bag over his head, and they leave Winterfell. Whether they've taken him back to the Iron Islands or handed him over to the army outside, I'm not sure. But before they leave Winterfell, they stab Maester Lewin and leave him to die. After some time has passed, the young Stark boys, Osha and Hodor, they have been hiding below in the catacombs, emerge to a smouldering ruin as Winterfell is burning. They find Lewin in the Godswood bleeding out, and he tells them that they need to go north to the wall and find Jon. With nothing else to say but how proud he is of having worked for House Stark all these years, Osha gives him his quick death. After finally leaving Harrenhal, Arya, Gendry and Hot Pie meet up with Jaqen. He extends an invitation to Arya to come to Braavos to learn the ways of killing, just like he does. She wants to, but she has to decline. Instead, she needs to find her mother and her brother, and begrudgingly her sister, it seemed, but she needs to find her family. Instead, he gives her a coin and tells her to say the words Valar Morghulis to any man from Braavos if she ever wanted to find him again. He then changes his face and they part ways. In Karth, Dany finally arrives at the House of the Undying, and after being separated from Jorah, she enters the building and is tempted by various visions, including access to the Iron Throne, and more importantly, a vision of Drogo and who would have been their son, Rhaego. Eventually, she finds her dragons chained to a pedestal. Pyat Pri explains that her blood is the source of his restored magic, and after also chaining Dany along with her dragons, makes it clear that they will never leave. She is perturbed, however, using the command Dohaeris, and the dragons burn him to death, manage to get out of their shackles, and they are finally reunited. Now that she has her dragons in tow, and knowing that Xaro has betrayed her, she returns to Karth to find him in bed with one of her handmaidens. She takes his key and opens the vault, surprised but not really to find that it is empty. It is, however, a perfect place to imprison the both of them, so she throws them both in and locks the door. They ransack his home and sell what they can to raise the funds to buy the ship that they need. Beyond the wall, Jon and Corran Halfhand are led towards the camp of Mance Rayder. Corran sees this as an opportunity to infiltrate Mance's army, realizing that he must sacrifice himself to ingratiate Jon into the wildlings. He attacks. Jon has no choice but to defend himself, killing Corran. The wildlings take the killing as Jon betraying his oath as a black brother. Ygritte then shows Jon just how vast their army is and promises to take him to their king. Back a ways with Sam, Gren and Ed as they forage and run their mouth off about Sam's fixation with Gilly. They hear 3 horn blasts, and as we know, 3 blasts is a warning that White Walkers are on the prowl. They retreat, but Sam is caught in a sudden blizzard, forced to find refuge behind a rock, where he witnesses the slow march of dozens of undead, all led by a White Walker sitting atop an undead horse. That was where we left off the very last episode of season 2. It was filled with so much stuff, and it's hard to get it all down without missing something. The Shadow Demon Baby, Melisandre Birth that killed Renly was a standout. Rob actually using his direwolf to battle or in battle earned him some serious cool points with me. Theon's turn and betrayal of the Starks and the killing of those kids. Bran's weird dreams and visions of seeing through his direwolf's eyes and what that could possibly mean, if anything. Tyrion playing the game and being pretty good at it, but nowhere near as good as, say, Varys or Littlefinger, who just seems to run circles around everybody. And of course, the battle at Blackwater and that neon green goodness as the Dragonfire, Wildfire tore Stannis' ships to shreds. Although last season not a lot happened with Dany, despite her emergence as the Mother of Dragons, her story was kind of put to the side to focus more on the Battle of the Five Kings, which was fine. She had her moments, and things that needed to be done were done, but I'm hoping for a lot more Dany this season, maybe focusing more on her story and her emergence coming over to Westeros, and more dragons. So, with all of that said, and again, I'm sure I've missed out a lot of things, we are about to get into the very first episode of Season 3. I am so excited. I've taken maybe 2 weeks break of Game of Thrones, and I'm finally ready to get back into it. So without wasting any more time, let's get straight into Season 3, Episode 1 of Game of Thrones. Is that dragons? No? What is that sound? Who's fighting? Oh, it's the White Walkers. That better not be Sam's body. Thank you. I don't want to start this episode off with a dead Sam. Run, buddy. I'm really surprised that White Walker let him live. I mean, they looked right into his eyes. Where are the other two?
Brother.
Oh, no. No. Oh, fuck. Holding his own head even. Jesus Christ. Uh-oh. Sam! Do they have a name? Oh my god! Is that a dire wolf? That's no! Ghost! Oh my god! I thought they had died!
Did you send the ravens? We need to get back to the wall. Have to warn them. Everyone you've ever known will be dead.
Jesus. Now why is Ghost with them and not with Jon? Wow. What are these guys doing here with the stuff hanging down? So a lot of people have told me that this is how they... What? What the hell is that? It's a big ass man right there. Oh, Hodor was half giant, right? So...
First time you've seen a giant, Jon Snow?
Yes.
I've seen them pound a man straight into the ground like a hammer on a nail.
Wow, cool.
I smell a crow.
This baby killed Coronathan. He wants to be one of us.
What's your name, boy? Jon Snow.
What? What?
Your Grace.
Oh, being a king and all.
Hear that? From now on, you'd better kneel every time I fart.
Stand, boy.
Oh, that's not him. You wanker.
You're Ned Stark's bastard.
Can't believe this.
Tormund Giantsbane.
Pop killed Halfhand.
He was my brother once. What were you doing with him?
He wants me to lead one day.
But here you are. A traitor.
If I'm a traitor, then you are too.
Why do you want to join us, Jon Snow?
We stopped at Craster's keep on the way north. I saw Craster take his own baby boy and leave it in the woods. I saw what took it.
And why would that make you desert your brothers?
Because when I told the Lord Commander, he already knew. I want to fight for the side that fights for the living. Did I come to the right place?
Very good, Jon. He's not lying. He's actually being pretty freaking truthful. Is this Bronn? Oh.
Sir Bronn. Sir Bronn.
Cock blocked.
I didn't hear that.
Apologies, sir. Lord Tyrion sent me. He said it was a matter of life and death.
Oh, Tyrion. Some women like scars.
Pod.
It's healed pretty nicely.
Your sister.
No, she's come to freaking gloat. Now, who was it that told this bloody Kingsguard to kill him? He's paranoid. Don't blame him.
Why are you here?
I wanted to see your face. Bit of a come down from Chamber of the Hand. Then I don't suppose you need much room.
You must be proud to be as funny as a man whose balls brush his knees. Why do you care what I want from him?
She's so antagonistic. Frustrates me so much.
And what's this truth you plan on telling him today?
Why are you so nervous?
Because you're a liar. I expect you'll tell lies about me.
Any lies in particular?
I have an appointment with Lord Tyrion.
You put your hand on that door, you lose the hand.
Oh, don't! Not here! Thank you, Cersei.
I am wondering why you sent for me.
You grow bored protecting me?
I grow poor protecting you.
I thought we were friends.
We are.
How much?
Double.
Double? I don't even know how much I'm paying you now.
Which means you can afford it.
God, these two. Oh, Davos, he's alive! Pretty buggered up, but he's alive. How much time, I wonder, between the last episode and this episode? It's got to be a few months or so to allow for Tyrion's face to heal.
Who are you?
I was in the battle. At Blackwater.
And serving which king?
Who do you say?
The one true king of Westeros. Stannis Baratheon.
And your son?
Nope.
Wildfire took my sword.
I'm so sorry, my friend.
Stannis lives.
He licks his wounds at Dragonstone.
This war is not over. He will regroup.
He's a broken man. They say he sees no one. Not his generals, not even his wife. Only the Red Woman.
She's shown him something and he saw something and I want to know what it is.
And burning men alive.
What?
All those who spoke against her, she called servants of darkness.
Oh my god.
They say she sang to them as they burned.
Take me back there, please.
You cannot turn Stannis against her.
I could carve her heart out.
You could try. Stay alive a little longer, my friend.
Yeah, man, stay with him.
I have to stop her, please.
When you're dead, I'll gather your bones in a little sack and let your widow wear them round her neck.
Wow. Harsh, Salador.
I imagine the mountain will defend whatever Tywin Lannister tells them to defend.
So they are at Harrenhal. They just missed Arya. Where? What happened? They're all dead.
200 Northmen slaughtered like sheep.
Sir Jeremy, my father's bannerman.
Find her a chamber that will serve as a cell.
She's your mother.
She freed Jaime Lannister. The Lannisters robbed them of their sons. She robbed them of their justice.
You're lucky to be alive.
Lucky.
Lucky.
You brought a whore into my bed.
I gave you real power. You chose to spend your days bedding harlots.
Did you not just walk into, like, the bloody battle at Blackwater?
What do you want?
He did really well.
I led the foray when the enemies were at the gate. I bled in the mud for our family. But what do I want? A little bloody gratitude would be a start.
Yes.
I have 7 kingdoms to look after. Tell me what you want.
I want what is mine by right. Jaime is your eldest son, but he is a king's guard, forbidden from marriage or inheritance.
I never knew that.
I am your son and lawful heir.
You want Casterly Rock,
It is mine by right.
and I would let myself be consumed by maggots before making you heir to Casterly Rock.
Wow.
Why?
Why? You who killed your mother to come into the world?
Yep.
You are an ill-made, spiteful little creature.
Holy crap.
Since I cannot prove that you are not mine. Go, now. Speak no more of your rights to Casterly Rock.
And one more thing. The next whore I cut in your bed, I'll hang.
Fuck. Oh my god, that actually makes me really sick to hear.
Why Dawn?
Lovely day for it.
Lord Baelish.
Might I speak with Lady Sansa alone for a moment?
What is he scheming now?
I saw your mother not long ago. And your sister.
Arya's alive.
So he did see her. He did see her at Harrenhal.
Were the property of the crown, stealing you would be treason.
Please, Lord Baelish, tell me what to do. Tell me when.
Oh, no, don't.
I'm waiting for word on an assignment that will take me far away from the capital. But you'll need to be ready to leave on a moment's notice.
Don't count on him.
Watch out for her. I always do. Watch out for her with him.
Yeah, that's better advice. They got bigger! Oh, they can fly free. Oh! Yay! Wow! Beautiful.
I need an army.
We'll be in Astapor by nightfall.
Astapor, it is. Oh, I did have that.
Some say the Unsullied are the greatest soldiers in the world.
Slave soldiers in the world.
Do those people have any better ideas?
It's too beautiful a day to argue.
Oh, dude! Over the side!
The Dothraki followed strength above all, Khaleesi. You'll have a true Khalasar when you prove yourself strong, and not before.
Oh, I want to see some more dragons.
Your Grace, you are the rightful king. You're an honorable man, a just man.
How would you punish the infidels?
I do not judge people. If I did, I'd have thrown you in the sea before you ever set foot on Dragonstone.
Did I set your ships ablaze?
What is wrong with him? He looks vegged out. Shit.
Take him to the dungeon, lock him in a cell.
He is fucked. Just fucked.
Why have we stopped? What is she doing? Who gave her permission?
You'll ruin your dress. I have others.
Would you like to speak with her, Your Grace?
No.
He was a soldier. He went to fight on the walls.
Okay. Is this genuine or is this just to try and
He never came back.
appease the people?
Your fathers saved the city.
Okay.
From now on, we're going to take care of you.
Again though, is this genuine or is it just trying to put a pretty face on things? I hope it's genuine.
Joffrey tells me you stopped your carriage at Flea Bottom.
I paid a visit to an orphanage the High Septon told me about.
Marjorie does a great deal of work with the poor back in Highgarden.
Not long ago, we were attacked by a mob there. The king barely escaped with his life.
My mother's always had a penchant for drama.
She's drinking a lot, I've noticed.
Hunger turns men into beasts. I'm glad House Tyrell has been able to help in this regard. It's our duty to assist the capital in time of need.
I'm sure she knows what she's doing.
Sure she does.
He seems a bit more open to it. She really doesn't. What is that about? It's like she need to put like a softer face on Joffrey. She's going to need to do a lot, in my eyes.
My master says the Unsullied are not men.
What the fuck?
An Unsullied must go to the slave mart, find a newborn, and kill it.
You don't want these people, Danny.
How many do you have to sell?
It's fucking awful.
Unsullied are a means to an end.
Once I own an army of slaves, what will I be?
I can't... How much... Who is this? Why do you look ominous? What is she doing?
Don't order them to murder babies. A great injustice has been done to them. Closing your eyes will not undo it.
I don't trust this kid. Oh, it looks like some kind of scarab. Oh, it's a scorpion with a face on its butt. Oh, Jesus. Oh, who was that? Bad creepy kids are creepy. Oh, duh.
I owe you my life, sir.
My queen.
You know this man?
I know him. Lord Commander of Robert Baratheon's Kingsguard.
Oh, fuck. Oh, but...
Robert is dead.
Oh, I know who it is. I can't remember his name. But he turned his back in the court and left.
I am Barristan Selmy.
Barristan, that's it.
King's guard to your father. Allow me to join your queen's guard.
Shit. But he doesn't look too happy about it. Is this because he's thinking about maybe being usurped? Oh, what? Oh, no. Oh, crap. Oh, that went so quick. So quickly. That was great. Such a good, I'm actually quite glad. It was quite slow. But I'm glad that it wasn't too overwhelming, you know, with new things going on. I really liked it though. So we're gonna go through it a little bit. So we open up with Sam making his way back to his brothers, finding one of them dead, holding his own head. And he was supposed to send off some ravens. I don't quite know what. I mean, I'm guessing ravens back to the wall. So they're going to head back to the wall now. John finally gets to meet Mance Rayder and convinces him that he does want to join. I'm guessing that they're teasing some kind of romance between John and Ygritte. It's funny, you know, you kind of think at the first opportunity, is he going to bang this chick? I hope that's not going to be awkward to watch. And we get our first look at a giant. I'm remembering that correctly, right? That Hodor was part giant. What's the other half of him? And if you tell me that it's a human, holy heck! Because I could not imagine the logistics of that happening. Then we come to Tyrion. He's feeling a little bit sorry for himself. He's getting laughed at basically by Cersei, and he enlists Bronn to continue to protect him. The meeting that he had with his dad in the was it the first season? When we first saw Tyrion and he was sitting with Tywin when they were out in their camp. This is before they ended up at Harrenhal. I'd made the comment, does Tywin just not even like Tyrion? And then we found out about, you know, what happened with his mother. And then this conversation that he had with his father. It's so clear to me that he just... And even the little... what he said there about that he can't even prove that Tyrion is his. So he just has to... you know, have him as a part of his family because he can't prove otherwise. Such a low blow. It's so fucking heartbreaking that they blame him for his mother's wife's death. The look, just that crestfallen look on Tyrion's face. It's heartbreaking, especially after everything that he did. And okay, he didn't quite whore around when he became the acting Hand of the King. He only had shave. And I thought he did a pretty good job for what he was there to do. I don't know. But as Tywin said, you know, do you want a cookie, basically? Was his whole thing. Then we have Davos being found alive and heading back to Dragonstone after hearing about Stannis. He's kind of, what do you call it? He's been radicalized. You know, Melisandre has radicalized him to this Lord of Light. And he's burning people alive that just disagree with him. And now he has found himself in a dungeon because he did lash out and try to attack Melisandre. He should have known better. But he should have taken Salador up on his offer and stayed with him. I hope we get to see more of him. I actually quite like I actually quite like him, and I'd like to see him being a pirate. Like, I say that with the Disney pirates in my head, and this is so far from Disney pirates. So perhaps I wouldn't want to see that. Then we get Rob arriving at Harrenhal, and everyone there is dead. I guess they're going to be staying there. He's asked to have Catelyn locked up. I said it during my reaction. Is I cannot remember if Arya actually got Needle back, and if they find Needle here amongst someone's body, I don't know. Perhaps it might give them a bit of hope that maybe she's alive. I don't know. But they found a guy alive, so perhaps they might be able to get something out of him. And I'm guessing that Rob and that they'll know that since Tywin's not here, the only place they could have gone is to King's Landing. When Sansa said to him, tell me what to do, anything, and I'll do it. So dangerous, because he can command such he could make her do terrible things, and she'd, do you know what I mean? Like that, and I just wish she hadn't said that. Whatever this news is that he is waiting on to leave King's Landing, and whether he takes her or not, I don't know. I hate his character so much, but I love seeing how he manipulates people. But I hate it. I hate his manipulation. And then we finally get to see some baby dragons. They're like, I don't know, toddler dragons now, I guess, flying around, catching fish, cooking fish. It was great, and he's gorgeous. We only got the close up of the one. But we get to Astapor. Yep, we get to Astapor, where they are going to enlist an army of slaves. Again, if you follow me, you know how I feel about killing children in these shows. I hate it. I don't like to see it. I don't like it being justified in any way. I honestly can't stand that. Well, this is how it's done here. I know that already. I still don't like it. But the killing of newborn in front of their mother, and then giving them the silver dollar to pay the owner for it, I fucking hate it. But Dany needs her army. She needs something, and I guess this is where she's going to get it from. I wish she wouldn't, but I mean, that's just me being naive. But to come across Barristan Selmy, who, as I said earlier, walked out. He walked out. Well, he was fired. He was let go, and he was able to leave alive, luckily, to make a comeback and swear his allegiance to Dany. He said he was the King's Guard for her father. I'm sure I've heard that, like, when he was around before. But yeah. So that was cool, and the look on Jorah's face didn't seem too happy about it. But it also seems like we have the... What did she call them? Warlocks. The Warlocks are still after Dany, and that scorpion... That scorpion butt creature looked pretty cool and creepy. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that happened on that episode. I don't know, man. Things are about to get complicated. But that was a good episode. Again, like I said, it was nice to come in. It wasn't too dramatic. It wasn't too hard to follow. It was a nice entry into the third season. And I can't wait to go on from here. I can't wait to catch up with Arya, find out how far because they were going to go to the wall. If they've managed to get... Were they going to go to the wall? No, I think they were going to go to, oh, just find Rob in that. It was Bran and his party that were going to go to the wall. So it'll be good to catch up with them and find out what the rest of the Starks are doing. But we're going to leave it there for today. Thank you for joining with me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you next time for more Game of Thrones. Bye.